Hello guys, today we are playing part 5 of Mario 3. I don't say a lot, but this game was really fun. I do like how they were based off of Clear Sphere. Okay, what's this thing? Okay. These enemies are actually pretty scary. You have to basically jump over them while they're trying to eat you, and it's kind of creepy. Like, compared to the other enemies that jump with you, they're funny, but this is actually kind of creepy. In my opinion, even though more Ultra Mario enemies are loved, I think they're nothing compared to the original enemies. I saw this whole thing about how if the creeper would not be in Minecraft today. Not because it's too controversial or anything, just because it's just not with Mojang's standards to use a creeper anymore. And they would never realistically pick a creeper nowadays. Even though I like creepers, they would never realistically be in the game ever again. "16 lives. This world is confusing. This world is so confusing. Fucking hell, he's stupid ones. Excuse me, guys. Okay, let's beat it. Sorry, Benji. Okay, I'm gonna need a... I do like Good Nightmare Scene, because it's... What I like is that... Usually if a movie has one like this, it would be like, you did it, buddy! But he didn't face his fears. Yes, I think this scene was quite cool, because he creatively used his fears to stop up his bully, yeah. And in my opinion, that's pretty cool, huh? I also can relate with Orion. Like, I can kind of relate with the fear of, if you hurt your bully. Honestly, I think I'm gonna have to go with 2 enemy route. It's gonna be way shorter to fight a bunch of enemies than fight a bunch of bad guys. I can relate with Orion. And I once had a bully, and I wanted to punch him, but I was afraid, what if I permanently damaged him? Like, yes, you may hate someone, but you don't want to physically harm them. So I can relate with Orion's fear about turning his bully, and in my opinion, even though it was used as a joke, it made him way more of a likable character because I can relate with that. Okay, not working. Okay. I literally was jumped on all angles. Okay, I need to run on get off, run from the boo, but not run too far. I made it sound like it would be hard, it really wasn't. Come on, that finished too. First of all, the momentum system I really do like. I said, you know, it feels like I'm just trying to make the old Mario formula feel more advanced, which I still agree with. But it is fun. Problem is, you hit him. If you hit him, you gotta run instantly. One thing I respect is it's just you and him. No platforms, no anything, just you and him. See, even though I like... Hey, man. Yeah. If you're ever wondering, I'm not going to be playing FNAF for Josh Plays. Not because I hate FNAF, I'm just not a big fan of it. So yeah, I can kind of relate with Orion about the whole boy thing, and that was one of my favorite things in the movie, that boy thing, because I can I can relate to that. Imagine a power thing you can actually use power-ups, and everyone's been commenting this. I haven't even checked yet. Next time I'll check. Okay. Well, I play quite easy. I think one of the problems with the movie, as Will said, is that the story was one fake. But the second problem in the movie, in my opinion, is honestly, what I think the problem with the characters is they could have, I think the night ones could have been done better. Like, I liked them, but I think their problem was they were just, in my opinion, not done good enough. First of all, besides Dark, they don't have that much character, which was sad, because they are likable. Like Dream. She seems like a snob, honestly, to the rest of them. That's because she's the leader, but she's not really. She's not really the leader, but it would have been cool, because like the others great Nightmares and stuff, she would have been the most nice, maybe. like Sleeping. I liked how Sleeping looked dangerous. You know, she was using stuff like cloths and stuff, but she was all in all a good person. That's what made her, made the joke one funny. I like the fuzz, but I like the sound person. My bigger problem with sound character was one, they didn't speak. It can be done, but I think if you're trying to make a character more memorable, let them talk. It's me, but a character who talks is way more memorable. I know I'm a hypocrite since technically Godzilla. Okay. He's not one out, he's just itching his leg. If he was out, I would have blamed him, but he's just itching his leg. Yeah, so my problem with it is just making the character not talk. I think ruins the only bit of likability. You know, I've been thinking I thought of reviewing random movies. James said I should review random movies, so I thought of reviewing stuff like... I reviewed Animal Soul on a Hunt show. Maybe I should ever review something like Hot Wheels, The Origin of Awesomeness. If I ever do, I want to explain one thing, and I think if I do, I need to, when I review, talk about the characters more. I mostly just talk about what I like and never really mention the negatives, because I don't really have much negatives, but I think I should mention them more. I'm not gonna review a movie yet, but here's one of my points. Spoiler warning, by the way. I don't like how the characters are treated like superheroes, even though you could literally see their face through their helmets. Also, the comic also has a lot of burping and farting. Not terrible. It's not terrible, but might turn some viewers off. So I don't think it's terrible, but it might turn a few of you off. Fuck you, you fucking turtle piece of shit. Let me postcard for a second. Spoiler warning here. Okay, level 5. I don't like, the twist. The main villain was, the mentor was the main villain. Not because I don't like it, but because his origin was he just wanted to make the town cool. Look, I get the movie was made for kids, and I'm not expecting some dark plot like he was dying with cancer, or maybe some human experiment you want to see who would survive this chaotic world, like Joker. I don't know, just anything like that. Just anything would be better than just for the hell of it. In my opinion, for the hell of it, villains are just bad writing. In my opinion, a good writing is a villain you can actually morally agree with, but you can't because they've went too far. And even though I like a movie, and at the end they actually decides to keep it that way instead of changing it, that doesn't mean what he did was right. Just remember, that doesn't mean they were right. That actually means the boys are just as flawed as him, deciding, let's keep this, because it's fun. Now, I'm not saying I wanted the main characters to be saints. I actually like the main characters being a bit flawed, or deciding to pick the selfish option. Like, maybe it's me, but I like the main characters being cruel, and wanting to keep the town in ruins for fun. Because in my opinion... Okay, I could go 6 to get a mushroom cow... a mushroom house, but I'm gonna go 8. Actually... I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna leave. Just to check fate. Am I going in the wrong world? Is this like a bonus world? It's not a bad bonus world, but it's not what if it's not what I need to do, it's not what I'm gonna check a walkthrough. Okay, you are Mako here. So yeah, in my opinion, I think Hot Wheels The Origin Awesomeness is a cool movie, but definitely had potential, and I think it is the definition of dumb kids movie. Not in a bad way, but when people say why do people see kids movies are so stupid, this is why. Yeah. Not because the movie was bad, but because it was extremely aimed for kids. And in my opinion, when a movie is too farly aimed for kids, you kind of cut the art. I'm not saying kids can't understand art. I'm saying kids media just isn't as good while an adult charm. In my opinion, Calvin Hobbes, funny, because it has adult humor. Not like, fuck, shit. But like, you know, I hope you die by a brain aneurysm. That's fucked up, but it's also funny. In my opinion. Maybe I'm fucked up, but I found the line funny. Oh, maybe it's just me who's the bad person here, but I found the line funny. And that shows why stuff with a bit edgier humor can be good. Easy. Okay. So yeah. Second problem, in my opinion, this is kind of gonna sound mean here, but I think the style is kind of ugly. Just stuff like the noses and fingers kind of look a bit ugly to me. I mean, the noses and lips just look a bit ugly to me. Everything else with style is good. The main characters are good, but some of the side characters, not really. Not for me. Not like I hate it, so I did like it. But I'm just saying that I don't think it was that good. Like, I do think the game was good. I want that to be known. I mean, I think the movie was good. Like, between you and me, I think the movie was great. In my opinion, I have a problem with modern Hot Wheels media. It kind of lost the old edge the original had. Like, maybe it's me here, but first of all, why are we aging backwards? Rule series. The first movie, a bunch of men, full-grown men, driving cars. Second, teenagers, and now children playing trucks. Like, why? Why is the series going back, aging backwards? Like, I'm sorry, but I know Hot Wheels is for everyone, and I know it's a series targeted towards kids, but, as I've said, Kids don't like kids in their shows. The baby and Tom and Jerry really hate it. The babies in Mario hate it. Let's think. The babies, kids' tunes actually funny and well crafted. So at least that one was good. Sandy's three sisters didn't like them because one, they fit the problem, or they fit the definition of the problem of babies in media. They feel hand-fisted because like the problem is Sandy has three triplets, but then later has a whole family with a brother. But these are Sandy's canonical sister. So what happened? Were they banned from the circus? Are they just too young? Did the pack lose a member? Like, what happened? These are canonically Sandy's family. Like, it's not like some joke. They are canonically a member of her family, and that's the problem. Sandy canonically has some of the worst family because her family is so big. And they already had a set of twins. Why not just change the twins who look quintuplets? Yeah, it would make less characters, but at least... The problem is, Sandy's family, I think, is one of the worst. I was saying how every SpongeBob character once, I think, has parent issues. Squidward's mother didn't really care for him. Patrick's mother didn't. Patrick was literally basically abandoned and fought two people he didn't know were his family. And then and I will always hate this reaction from her. Darling, what are we gonna do? Like, you went to this guy's home, gaslight him to betray his friend. Now he's screaming in your face because you are in his property and won't leave, and then you're treating him like he's a weird one? No! Fuck you, lady, and fuck your husband too. And honestly, I don't care what they say. Honestly, I don't care what justification you could give to justify these two assholes. They made SpongeBob, and we all blame Patrick here, but really, Patrick was just a victim here. Now, did he know what he was doing? Yes. But at the end of the day, he never saw his parents in years. As I said, literally abandoned. So, can we really blame someone for being a dick if they were never really given love, and the final time they get it, it turns out to be from a complete stranger who thinks they're crazy? Like, I'm sorry, but fuck Randy and fuck the girl. They're both pieces of shit. They used some guy. Like, imagine if they did know what they were doing and it wasn't a mistake and they were just using this guy's house to live in, rent-free. Like, imagine how fucked that would be to pretend to be someone's lost parents just to use them. It's just evil, like, genuinely. It is pure evil, and that's why they are, in my opinion, some of the most evil SpongeBob characters. Like, Plankton may be evil, but he still cares about his son. When he had a son, he still cared about him. So, maybe I'm just controversial, but fuck. Genuinely fuck these two. They're evil people who used Patrick at his lowest, could have ruined his entire friendship with his best friend, and all for what? Two people that weren't his parents and just used him? Like, genuinely, fuck these two. And then, you're in his house, refusing to leave, and he screams at you to get the hell out. And who are you? And then you want to play the victim? No, my friends. There's no time to play the victim. You used this guy. It's like Citra. You know, they're basically Citra and Patrick's faults. All he wanted was love, and they used that. Come here, I'll tell ya. Like, genuinely, fuck these people. And then Sister Sam. There's a reason Sister Sam's probably like this. She's very protective of her brother, because she worries for Patrick. And who could blame her? I mean, if your brother was tricked by some random people that pretended to be their parents, wouldn't you be worried for them? Like, genuinely, I know I've said it, but it's a terrible episode in my opinion. And honestly, I know we could all blame Patrick here, but I don't think we should. I'm not trying to play the Patrick victim here, but I genuinely don't think Patrick was in the wrong here. Patrick was used and abused by people who didn't care for him. I think it's just where you see how kids. Yeah, but for kids, they probably would relate to a more younger, spunky Spider-Man than the older one. Yeah, I was just saying how I said spunky probably isn't the right word to use, but still. I mean, he was spunky. So, I was saying how I hate. Okay, never mind, I just wanted to tell Jimson and left. So yeah. Can't tell a bit of Fluffy sexy. Does anyone know our reference so I don't seem like a weirdo? All these the actions of someone who cares about animals. Okay, let me pause recording now. Now, I know you could blame, I should blame Patrick's real parents, because the only reason Patrick even acted like that was because of his real parents, worrying they would think he's an idiot. But Patrick's real parents were asking Squidward for hours to get to Patrick. Didn't even try with Giant Rock. So, honestly, I believe we're dumber than Patrick, and they would accept I just think Patrick's parents would accept him no matter who he is. But you wanna know the worst part? After the end of the episode, they just say, "Oh wait, we don't have a son," and then they both laugh. But they're not good people. They just used some innocent man. And then, you know, meet his friend and feel so hateful for himself. And then you just chuckle about it? Like, no, you're not good people. You know, like, the episode is funny. But I've always hated that line, you know, "I'm scared," because it's just like, you don't use someone, and you don't get to control him like a puppet and then have the, "Oh, I'm a victim" moment, because you're not. You know, you can't go, "I'm a victim!" No, because you're not. You're a fucking user who used someone. And I don't care what, you know, you think, you're a bad person. Now, you could say maybe they wanted to be parents, or maybe they actually thought Patrick was their son. Which I do believe, because Starfishers and SpongeBob are meant to be dumb. But I still don't excuse them. Because playing innocent, being dumb, doesn't excuse playing the victim. You know, even dumb people can admit when they were wrong. You know what I was saying, even a fool knows how to be quiet? Mine is even an idiot can admit when they're wrong. So even an idiot can admit when they're wrong. And to me, these people are worse than an idiot, because they won't admit they were wrong. And it's just wrong to use someone like that. No. Am I saying Patrick wasn't in the wrong? No. I think Patrick was in the wrong, but I just don't agree fully, because Patrick was still trying to be a good son to Liam, thinking they had unrealistic expectations. Since Patrick's not met his parents in years. For all we know, Patrick maybe met his parents when he was like 15, and then just left. So, no wonder Patrick doesn't remember. But also, to show Patrick is smart, Patrick remembered their first names. Like, I remember my mom and dad's first name, but maybe it's me, but I respect Patrick. He remembered their first names. When I remember my parents' first names, but it is hard. So, fuck you. But yeah, I don't hate magic, motherfucker. I don't hate Patrick in the episode because I feel like he was just being used. Compared to other times where he is an asshole, this one time I would say he was just being used. Flat out. Now, look, Marty and his wife don't deserve hatred, Philly, if they did mean it as an honest mistake. But I also do think people can sue in emotional damages, so SpongeBob and Patrick, you do have a case if you ever want to sue them. And honestly, I don't think anyone would blame you if you sued these motherfuckers. They used you. Okay, I'll see you all in the next part. So remember, keep on going.